Hello Power Rangers Lightning Collection fans, and welcome back to Lightning Storm Power Week. Day 3, Street Fighter again. Alright, so it is day 3 of Power Week, and just like yesterday, I am recording this video at around 11:30. It's 11:35 right now. And just like yesterday, it won't be releasing until after 1 o'clock when the pre-orders officially go live, but they have already revealed today's Power Week pre-order. And actually this time around it was done via Black Nerd on Twitter. Meadows actually got to do the reveal, which is really cool for a number of reasons. I've always liked his content on YouTube and everything for years. He's also, if you didn't know this, he is the Hyperforce Blue Ranger from that Twitch series a couple of years ago. So he is a Power Rangers actor who actually just got announced to be going to Power Morphicon this morning. So lots of Andre Black Nerd stuff in the news today. But he posted this little video on Twitter about 20-ish minutes ago at the time I'm recording this, where he got to reveal the second Street Fighter collaboration figure for the Lightning Collection, and that is of course the Chun-Li Blazing Phoenix Ranger. So this comes after the reveal of the Ryu Crimson Hawk Ranger yesterday, which of course is already up for pre-order. It actually already sold out on Hasbro Pulse, but I think it's still up for pre-order on other fan channel retailers. And Chun-Li's gonna be the same way when she goes up for pre-order at 1 p.m. I'm also waiting for 1 p.m. because we don't actually have like the official promo shots of the figure yet. We got to see a couple of the shots of it in Andre's video, but they weren't like the most quality pictures that we're going to get when the pre-orders go live. They also didn't show off any pictures of the box or anything like that, or even the price point, but I am assuming that the price point will be $33.99 again. I'm assuming it will be a January 2023 release again, and I'm assuming the box is going to look pretty similar. A lot of this is already pretty similar from the Ryu figure yesterday, just from the pictures that we do have of it. Maybe the backdrop on Chun-Li's box will look a little bit different or something like that. That's about as much as I'm expecting of that. We can see from the pictures from Andre's video, though, that she is going to come with a little clear stand with effect pieces, just like Ryu did. Now, I know Ryu's attack is the Hadouken. I'm not very familiar with Street Fighter stuff, like, whatsoever, so I don't know if Chun-Li's signature attacks have specific names. I'm sure that they do, like, that's how video games work, but I don't know if she has a iconic attack that is like the Hadouken, or even if she can, maybe she can do that, I don't even know. But the effect pieces look similar, where you have kind of an attack on a stand, which I think is a fantastic feature for these Street Fighter figures to have, because not only can that replicate really cool attacks from their own video games, but it also just looks like a video game attack by having like a fireball or something blast off of them with a little clear stand to replicate that. Is awesome. And also they showed this off in the video yesterday for Ryu, and Chun-Li will be the same, but the stands do have little feet pegs, so you will also be able to use them, and you can detach the little, like, hand piece that's on there. You can detach that little piece to, not have the effects on it, but just use it as a regular figure stand for the feet peg, which is really cool. Speaking of the Chun-Li figure, in more general terms, I think it looks really, really good, just like Ryu's figure did. Some people, and this is a weird thing to not complain about, but like, I feel like I have to mention it with Chun-Li, and that is I don't know if her thighs are thick enough, which, I wish I didn't even have to say that sentence, but like, you know why I said it. So, but I mean, I think that like clearly they did sculpt the figure to be a little bit more muscular than obviously a typical female Lightning Collection mold would be, so I don't think it's inaccurate, I just don't know if they are thick enough. And that's as long as we're going to say about that, because I don't like talking about it. So there's that. But, I think the paint applications are really done very well on these, getting the power coin done and getting the shield correct and just getting the nice designs of everything to, recreate those suits from Legacy Wars and from Battle for the Grid. So if you didn't know, the Chun-Li Ranger is once again also from Legacy Wars and Battle for the Grid. She actually came to Legacy Wars a year after the Ryu Ranger did, or the Crimson Hawk Ranger, because she was in the game, but she didn't get like a morphed Ranger form until a year after he did. And then both of them were the DLC for Battle for the Grid back in 2020, I believe, at this point. So as of right now, these are the only two Street Fighter figures that I know about. These are the only two Street Fighter figures that I think are coming. There could be more. I genuinely don't exactly know. I've heard conflicting reports on if there's more and if there isn't more. A couple of really good sources of mine have said that there could be more, and a couple of really good sources of mine have said that it stops at 2. So I really don't know. I think we'll probably have more clarification at the fan stream tomorrow, because they're definitely going to be showing these off. Loretta is actually going to be making her grand return to the fan streams tomorrow. She has not been on a Fan First Friday stream, or any kind of Power Ranger stream. Not that there has been that many. Since the TMNT one back during Power Month of August 2021, August 6th I think is when that was. She hasn't been on a stream since then. She always goes really in depth on these figures and everything because she's one of the main people behind them. So I really like having her on the streams to talk about these, and so she confirmed on Instagram that she will be talking about these tomorrow at the stream, so that's really cool. Now, also pointing in the possible direction of potential figures, people were noticing on the Ryu box yesterday that it actually shows kind of in the backdrop of just like the behind the accessories and just kind of the overall look of the figures like artwork. It potentially shows like other Street Fighter characters that are in Power Rangers Legacy Wars and like other power coins and stuff like that. So it's unknown exactly if we are going to get more figures. One thing that I'm not sure if it's a coincidence or not is that Legacy Wars, the actual game itself, has already claimed that there's going to be some kind of an announcement for the game during the fan stream as well tomorrow. So I don't know if there's a lot of, I don't know if that's a coincidence, you know, if we have Legacy Wars having an announcement during the fan stream, and also we're talking about the Street Fighter figures. Like I said, I wouldn't be surprised if this ends at 2, but I also wouldn't be surprised if this doesn't end at 2. And I've already had some people commenting yesterday about why did I not leak these figures when I knew about them, and it really comes down to a couple of factors, to where I was told about these figures a little while ago from a source that I hadn't really found credible yet. Not because like they had told me wrong information, but it was just kind of a more newer source. And then I heard it from a couple of other people, and I didn't really have any proof to back it up yet, and I didn't want to just, you know, talk about it and it not ever happen. So that's why I didn't mention it beforehand. I just tried to tease it a little bit when I saw that Ryu birthday tweet and that kind of thing. I just didn't want to get people's hopes up if they didn't happen. That's genuinely why I didn't leak it beforehand. You know I usually leak everything Lightning Collection that I can, and I still try to do that. But sometimes, just to protect sources or just to, you know, confirm the validity or the credibility of certain sources, I have to hold off on a little bit of information for certain times. So that's why I didn't talk about these. But like I said, I have a couple different sources pulling me a couple different directions right now, telling me 2, telling me more than 2, so like I really don't know what the answer is on this, when the Street Fighter collaboration will end. But at least at the very least, we're getting the 2 figures for the 2 original Ranger designs. Now this also is definitely tempting me to get, I forget what company's doing it, but I guess there's a new company that's doing, I think, Marvel Legends-ish or 6-inch-ish scaled figures for Street Fighter, I think. And since the Ryu Ranger, and I mean, we don't have pictures of Chun-Li's figure all the way, but I'm confident she doesn't have a civilian head either. I would very much like to get those figures if they scale with Lightning Collection, maybe even just all the characters that are in Legacy Wars, just to be able to like have them all together, which I'm sure is probably some of Capcom's incentive here, or hope, is that, you know, they can make these new Street Fighter figures that are maybe Lightning scaled on their own, and then let Hasbro do the Ranger ones, and kind of, you know, all that synergy together or something like that. I'm sure that's probably some sort of thought process there. Or it's just a really good working coincidence, because, you know, if this is on the people's minds, you might get Power Rangers fans to buy Street Fighter figures that they wouldn't have normally bought, or something like that. So lots of interesting things going on right now. Like I said, Legacy Wars announcement during the fan stream tomorrow, more in-depth discussion on these figures tomorrow. The box could be implying more figures, but it also could just be the design of the Street Fighter box in general, and this could very much just stop at these 2, and if it does, that's perfectly fine. These are the 2 that I wanted the most. I really don't know what else they would do, unless they created brand new Ranger designs for other characters, or they just made Power Rangers Lightning Collection figures of these other characters, which would be odd, because even with the TMNT ones, every TMNT character that they did had a morphed form at some point. They, except for like, I guess technically the Foot Soldier, but they still made that Tommy, so like that was kind of the closest to like just being a straight up TMNT figure in the Lightning Collection, but you know what I mean. So I'm going to go ahead and stop this video at this point, because I am going to wait for the pictures to come out, and we're going to talk about the box, because as of right now I haven't seen the box. So let's go ahead and cut to that part where the pre-orders are live and we have all the details that we didn't have right now. Alright, so it is now 1:06 p.m., so 1 p.m. is now come and gone, and ChunLi Ranger has officially been announced by Hasbro, which, I mean, obviously it was already announced earlier today, but pre-orders are now live. At all fan channel retailers, it is the same price as Ryu Ranger, like I had figured it was, although a lot of places are listing this as a February 1st or a March 1st release, so a month later or 2 months later than Ryu Ranger, which is odd. I didn't expect that necessarily, but we do get to see the box art here, which, like I said, I was pretty confident would be basically the same thing as Ryu, and it is. There's just a brand new background for Chun-Li back there, which looks really, really awesome. And also, I absolutely love this kicking effect piece that she has. So good. I love how that turned out a ton. Like, I love the effect pieces in the Lightning Collection. I'm in the minority on that, but like, that looks fantastic. So you can go ahead and pre-order Chun-Li. Her links will be down in the description below. So she's up on Pulse, Big Bad Toy Store, Entertainment Earth, Dorkside Toys, GameStop's going to have it as well. All these fan channel retailers. And you can go ahead and get a pre-order in, which Pulse is probably going to sell out first, like they did yesterday. So we'll see how that goes. It might even be gone by the time this video is done. I don't know, but here it is. And with that, that's everything we have to talk about for today's episode of Lightning Storm Power Week. Just a couple of reminders before I go. The first reminder is that tomorrow is the Hasbro Pulse fan stream for Power Rangers, the first fan stream we've ever had. It will be structured very much exactly, identical to a typical fan first stream or whatever. Hopefully better than the ones we've had more recently. So that will be at noon Eastern Time on the Hasbro Pulse YouTube channel. Now, once again, like I talked about on Monday, I am flying into Power Morphicon tomorrow, and my flight's supposed to get in like an hour before the stream starts. I would very much like to do a reaction live stream to the event like I usually would do, but it's not a guarantee that I'll be able to find a spot with like Wi-Fi and be able to sit down and even be able to have a good enough connection to stream it. So I'm 50-50 on if that's going to be able to happen. I would like for it to happen, but if there is no reaction live stream, first of all, I apologize, but if there isn't, regardless if I react to it or not, I will be watching the stream and live tweeting it as it happens on Lightning Fig PR. You just won't be able to see my reactions to the stream. And then there will be a Lightning Storm recap episode at some point tomorrow. It's more than likely going to be later than it usually would be, because I'm going to try to do it from the hotel, or at some point. I'm going to find a way. There will be a Lightning Storm Power Week episode tomorrow to talk about whatever happens at the panel, regardless if I react to it or not. It could just be really late. I still don't even know how this is going to work, how I'm going to be able to pull this off, but we're going to try. We are going to try. So like I said, 50-50 on a reaction stream tomorrow, but be sure to check out the Hasbro Pulse fan stream. It should be the biggest announcements of the week. Tomorrow it should be pretty exciting. At noon Eastern Time on the Hasbro Pulse YouTube channel. And then once again, speaking of Power Morphicon, another reminder that if you are going to Power Morphicon this Friday night at 6 to 7 p.m. Pacific Time, me and my buddy Lon's Toys actually have a panel moderated by Toku Chris, where we're going to be talking about the Lightning Collection, giving out some prizes for some trivia questions, and just having a fun time in Panel Room B. So if you're at Power Morphicon this Friday night, be sure to check it out. You'll be able to see me and my buddy Chris on a panel, which is awesome. Really, really awesome. So until next time, you guys can follow me on Twitter at LiveNerdJuki or at LightningFigPR. Oh, this is also the last video in here for Power Week, because I am going to be leaving here and the rest of it will be in my hotel room. And then from that point, I'm going straight to the dorm. So I guess that's it for this location, besides a couple of other videos that I'm filming to go up during Morphicon, which you'll see. But that's it. I'll see you all tomorrow at some point. And also good luck for everybody getting ready for Morphicon today on this final day. I'll see you all later.